Welcome to the Solemn Tones podcast. Today we are talking about how to get your first 100 YouTube subscribers. Now, this isn't just about 100. This could also be about 300 or 500. This just depends on how much work you are willing to put in. And then more importantly, at one point, it does become less ideal to utilize this strategy, so to speak. Then there are more scalable ways to do this. Regardless, you will see what I'm talking about when I actually get into the topic. Now, do remember that this is not a tactic or a trick that will automatically boost any channel, because if you wanted something like that, well, you can just go ahead and buy subscribers. They will never watch your videos. They're all fake bots. That's not the point of this video. This isn't about an empty number. Your subscribers will actually have to care about your thing, and so your thing needs to be good. So this is not about getting your quality up or making better videos or blah 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 blah. This all assumes you are consistently putting out content already. I mean daily, or maybe 2 daily, or at least weekly. Just consistent, great, awesome content. You know for sure it's good, and you want to bring it to more people. You want to get those first subscribers, whether it's 100 or 500 or 1,000. Now, the thing is, and what I see so many people doing wrong is, people spam. The amount of messages I get going, hey Maxime, check out my YouTube channel and check out this and like my video and comment on my video and blah blah blah. Like, no one gives a fuck about that, because the first time you speak to someone like that, they're just like, whoa, this guy just wants to talk to me, or this girl even just wants to talk to me to get me to subscribe and tells me to fuck off. Like, I don't want that. Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna click on your channel. Bye. And it's the same for Facebook pages. People, especially in bands, going, check out my band, check out my Spotify. Like, have you ever met someone like that in real life? Wait, you know what? You probably did. You know, on the streets, you're like walking in a city and someone comes up to you and say, hey, do you want to give money to blah, 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 blah? They don't even try to strike up a conversation, and so you feel very awkward. You don't feel like responding. The only reason you might even respond to those kinds of people in a real life situation is because you don't want to say fuck off. But on the internet, it's way easier to do. So we do not do that. That is the most blatant form of spamming, and people will actually despise you more often than like you. So no, you don't send people random messages going, hey, check out my YouTube or check out this. And then there's a more subtle way of doing this, and that is spamming in groups. And I also disagree with that. However, there is merit to that one if done well. And now, where is the line? Basically, if you are in a niche that's not very saturated, so people actually are looking for content because there's not enough of it, or there's not enough good versions of this, then generally it does have merit to go to those groups. For example, I made this YouTube channel for a really small card game I play. Whoa, 1 second. Pardon me. For a card game I play, and there weren't many creators for it. So you had these Facebook groups with 1,000 to 10,000 people, and not a lot of videos or content for them to watch. So if I went, hey, check out this video, many people actually clicked because they cared. However, that is very different if you're in a band, because you know there's crap loads of these Facebook groups where if you post your video to your band, no one will click. Because, for example, you have these Facebook groups going, metal promotion, post your band here. And the only people in those groups are people in bands promoting their own stuff. So if you then scroll through those Facebook promotion feeds, you will just see, check out my band, a link, check out my band, a link, check out my band, a link. And no one's clicking because no one is interested in consuming. So if you're going to go to groups to promote your YouTube channel, be sure that that group isn't super saturated. So if you're in a band, or you are a gym mentor or a coach or a business guru, you are just out of luck, because that niche is so saturated, no one will click on your link. So group spamming, yes, only if the niche is super underpopulated. But given the internet right now, That's actually really rare. I would say generally just spamming in groups won't work. However, now here is what does work. Actual meaningful conversation. And I know this will blow your mind, but we're living in this age where people constantly are pushing to be heard, but no one's listening. You have so many people shouting, check me out, check this, check that, and everyone is guilty of this. Me, I am too. And so people are actually really, really in awe when you just want to speak to them like a human being. So let's say you go to Instagram, and let's say you're a metal band and you sound like Bullet for My Valentine or Asking Alexandria, doesn't really matter. What you will do is you will take your phone. I'm also filming this so I can show you. You will take your phone and go to Instagram, go to the search function, in search, type in, go to tags, and then you can type in, let's say, Asking Alexandria. It's probably a little bit more boring for the audio podcast. So now you have all the people hashtagging Asking Alexandria. It's still loading, but if you're watching on screen, you can see this. And if not, well, I'm telling you. So you go there, you click on a photo, whether that's a girl saying, oh, I'm so in love with this band, or blah, 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 blah. You go to that photo and you comment something meaningful. This is actually a little trick Gary Vaynerchuk shared a while ago, but there's some more depth I can add later. So you go to the comment section of that photo and you comment something meaningful. Not check out my band or haha, nice. Something actually like put thought into it. Try to actually see that person as a human being on the other side of the screen, rather than this is my future fan, like me, check me out, because that's not how human beings work. Actually show interest in those people. Try to strike up a conversation, form an actual bond. You don't even mention you have a band or you have a YouTube channel. Don't even fucking mention it. You know, if you want to be really sneaky, just post something about your band or YouTube channel on your own profile before starting all of this, like a day before that, and then you start talking to people, and people who are actually interested in you after having an actual conversation, you know, like 20 minutes of just going, oh yeah, you like this, cool, me, I like this too, blah 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 blah. After that, they might check you out and then find your band, and then they're way more likely to actually give it some time. They're way more likely to click and be like, I like this guy, maybe I like his music, let me sit through this for 5 minutes. Because if it's check me out, it's just not gonna happen. So that's basically the way. Either you posted it beforehand, that's actually really sneaky, but it works. So you post it beforehand, one day beforehand, and then you start your talking to lots of people, but actual meaningful conversation. Then they check out your profile, then they check out your band or YouTube channel that way. And that's how you get those first 100 or even 500 subscribers. Now, if you don't want to go the sneaky way, you could just not post anything at all. Actually meet these 500 people online and talk to them, and maybe after a while it will become relevant in the conversation. Let's say the person you're talking to asks, oh, and what music do you like? And you can go, oh, I like this and this band. I actually also have my own band. And then bam, there is the conversation. But not this super forced, here's my band, I'm gonna ram it down your throat and you better like it, because it just doesn't work. Now, this is why I said that you can't scale this. This technique will work for your first 100 or your first 500, but once you get to that level of having 500 people who actually watch your stuff, it becomes smarter to actually scale those 500, saying, hey, I'm doing a giveaway, if you tell your friends about this, blah, 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 one of you will get this. It becomes way smarter to actually use those 500 people you have already to grow more, rather than, well, keeping on talking to people. You can't talk people to 1 million subscribers, because you can't split yourself in 20,000 people and talk 24/7. That doesn't work. But for those first few, this will work if you actually care about the other people you're talking to. Don't be the charity organization person in the street blasting people with "check this out." Be someone who's actually liked as a friend, and then you can gently tell them about your project. Hope this was interesting to you. Hope you liked this. If you're listening on iTunes, you should leave a review. Say something like, I don't know, I don't care what you say. Just make it positive, 5 stars. And I will see you soon on the Solemn Tones podcast. Ciao.